I want to show you one of my favorite stitches to impress you. Anytime I teach this, the students are always impressed, and it's the triple straight stitch. So we're still going to be on G, just the same stitch you've been on for just a normal straight stitch, but this time we're going to be over in the purple area. So we're going to go all the way down, move your stitch selection dial down to where it says stretch, and then go all the way until those 3 dashes are up at that little notch for what you're working on. Now I am going to fold my fabric. I'm folding it on the bias, and I'm going to just quick stitch this out. It's doing 2 stitches forward and 1 stitch back. So there's 3 stitches on each stitch. I love how fast this machine goes too. All right, here she goes. A lot of times people will look or buy really thick thread to get the look of something really, really heavy. But all you have to do is pick the stitch, and you could have any thread. You could have variegated thread. You could have lime green, whatever the color is, to be a much heavier looking stitch. Now the reason I sewed it on the bias here is because what I want to do is show you, isn't that awesome? It's a stretch stitch. That's what it said. We are in the stretch area. When we stretch this, it doesn't pop. It's very, very strong, and it has give. So, and it looks very professional because as you can see, each stitch goes back and forth in the exact same hole. It just makes that stitch look very bold and of course reinforced. So if you've ever done something where you've needed to sew something 3 times and it kind of looks like you sewed it 3 times, well, this makes it look like you sewed it with thicker thread, much more professional looking, and you can do it with any color thread that you want. You don't have to buy any specialty thread. Now there is a zigzag picture next to this, so all you'd have to do would be to add some width. Let's just do that real quick. You're going to have a zigzag, triple zigzag now, 2 stitches forward, 1 stitch back, and we can make it here. Let's make it all the way wide and give you an idea of what that looks like. This almost is very decorative, but super bold in the meantime there. See how pretty that looks? And once again, it would technically have the give that you might be looking for, or just, once again, a decorative way to stitch with it looking like it's thicker thread when it's really not.